I could see. India Council representatives, Dr. Rajeshri, I could see. And then our speakers for today, Aliza, who is co-chair for EAC for 2022, Dr. Prerna, Dr. Takako, Prachi, and the volunteers who have supported this workshop, Dr. Lalita. Very warm welcome. This is our team of 2022. We have Lance as in our advisor, Dr. Prerna Loin Lui, who is also present in today's meeting, member from Hong Kong, Aliza Yanpin, who is representing Beijing section, and many have joined today, Takako Sen and Prachi, reaching local ambassadors. So they are playing right now dual role. In addition, we have Professor Tao Zhang, Chin Wan, Dr. Wan, and then Usman from Pakistan, then Yamuna from Kerala section, and Lalita from Hyderabad. And the team is going to be, extended very soon. Let me take opportunity to welcome our chief guest for today's webinar, Deepak sir, who was kind enough to take out time out of his busy schedule. We understand because of online events, a series of events, day-long events. Although we know he doesn't need any introduction, but let me take this opportunity to introduce him to the gathering. Having bachelor's degree in engineering and electronics and communications from IIT Roorkee and having master's degree in business administration, he has also a degree from IIM Calcutta, alumnus by completing advanced management program. He is proud recipient of many prestigious Region 10 Outstanding Volunteer Award, IEEE MGA Achievement Award, and many others. Acted as a chair of Gujarat section from 2006-07, served as a chair of IEEE India Council in 15-16 and brought in many reforms to strengthen the India Council, one of the very strong, he laid down the foundation for India Council in many ways. Right now, he's member of Honor Society of IEEE HKN, which is Itakapani. Have more than 37 years at professional front and have executed many leadership positions in ONGC. Recently, he has been awarded with Lifetime Achievement Award for outstanding contributions to India Council. With this, let's welcome Mr. Deepak Mathur, IEEE Region 10 Director, as a chief guest for his opening remarks. Deepak sir, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the kind introduction. And my colleagues from Region 10, my colleagues from India Council, and my colleagues from Region 10 Education Activity Committees. And I'm really happy to see that you have inducted two very outstanding volunteers to your committee, Dr. Prerna and Dr. Prachi. So yeah, I would also like to welcome them to the Region 10 subcommittee. 2021 was the year of challenges and was the year of uncertainties. And I know many times we planned events in hybrid mode and converted them into fully online. And our volunteers were efficiently handled such situations all over the Region 10. And all deserve great appreciation because you all were so thoughtful and so agile. Educational activities made significant contributions to Region 10 by bringing many programs with lots of value addition. And I'm happy to see that you were quite diversified, you were very innovative and very collaborative. So engaging sections for reaching local initiative was great team effort. And I take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Preeti and her team. And it was not easy to organize events in 15 languages involving diverse group of volunteers, and you could communicate message that doing events in your language is perfectly okay. And such efforts are encouraged for better understanding of the subject. So that was remarkable. And the initiative of creating a YouTube channel was another remarkable idea. And today we also have achieved our work, and we have also archived our work. I'm sure the efforts shall continue in 2022, and we would be working with more rigor and with more passion. So when we talk about educational activities and reaching local initiative, we must appreciate the work done in Japanese language. And credit goes to the efforts of Takako-san and Aki-san. And thank you, Takako, to you and your team. And I'm glad that Jamie is also going to talk today, but I have not seen him joining till now. And hopefully he will join this kickoff meeting soon. And his topic is very interesting, that is about educational activities products. So those who are not aware, so Jamie has always provided thoughtful comments and suggestions to make educational activities more effective. We had several rounds of meetings and discussions last year on reaching local initiatives, and that was really coordinated and led by Jamie, and that was very fruitful. So this is also the time when we should also acknowledge the vision and initiative of our past president, Toshio Fukuda, who is passionate about lifelong learning and educational activities. And he had played very important and significant role in shaping the educational activities and reaching local initiative. So I would like to really thank him on this occasion. And let us remind ourselves that we would be continuing with our thrust areas this year also. And we had good success in executing our programs centered around our thrust areas. So these are basically directions to our committees. And I have spoken on many occasions about these thrust areas, and our Region 10 committee members are very well versed with that. But I would like to once again remind ourselves that for membership activities, we are focusing on member retention and continuation of students to young professionals. For teaching, for technical activities, our focus area is on section chapter collaborative programs, conference quality, and industry engagement. And for professional activities, we are focusing on entrepreneurship and career advancement programs. So please align your activities with these thrust areas in 2022 as well. So your region's performance is excellent. Let me say again that the performance of Region 10 is excellent. And we have registered 13% growth in membership as per the January 2022 data, and which is phenomenal. With this, our membership is 158,000 plus. So you all deserve appreciation for your great contributions in the growth of Region 10 and IEEE. So let us continue our good work and make volunteering joy. And I think which we are doing by creating great values. So as director of your region, I feel proud of your involvement, dedication, commitment, and contributions. So thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak sir. As usual, it was very, very motivating, and always you give us credit for all the efforts and all the initiatives which you take. Congratulations to everyone for having phenomenal growth, 13% growth in this challenging time. So with this, I would request, although we are talking about face-to-face meeting, probably this would be the last e-memento, and let's meet then offline. So sir, kindly accept our e-memento as of now.
Thank you. Thank you, madam, to you and to your whole team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Coming to the next, I would be announcing the projects which would be there in 2022, which we have proposed. Let me take again few minutes of yours by sharing the success stories of 2021 project outcomes. The first project, which was for introduction of educational chairs amongst all OUs of Region 10. And we have, I'm happy to share 37 sections and 2 councils have appointed education activity chair amongst their OUs. And many have been there, but they have not updated on V-Tools. Dear team, it is very, very important that we need to update the educational activity chairs on vTools as well. The educational activities awareness was done through workshops on TryEngineering and STEAM activities. And 8 workshops were organized in different sections. The glimpses are on your screen and also available, few of them on YouTube channel. The second initiative, as Deepak sir had seen, we have done, so 2021 top reaching local activities I have mentioned, but we had in 15 languages and 24 different activities which were funded, and wherein the no funding was done, almost more than 50 activities were reported, including, and many conferences, events, seminars have started in bilanguage, and probably every few sessions on career, those all have become, the routine in many of the sections and many of the countries. The third project was capacity building workshop, which is going to be continued this year as well. The special feature for this activity was minimum 5 OUs were there, 5 entities. The 5 entities we had, even industries like Amazon, few societies of IEEE, the Region 10, and the student branch section, subsection, they came together. 5 of them have to collaborate. As we all know, collaboration is, way of marching ahead. So through collaborative activities, capacity building workshop on disruptive technologies were organized in various sections. So such out of 8 planned workshops, 7 were done for capacity building. The 2021 fourth project was on new innovation challenge under educational activities. 5 workshops were done by floating various challenges like Gamathon, fostering youth with STEAM, do your bit nature challenge, and so on. This was physical event organized by Hong Kong on STEAM activities. More than 2,000 viewers were there for this event. Very meticulously planned. Dr. Prachi, one of our volunteers, is going to explain on YouTube, but YouTube channel was also inaugurated. So this was, and then last but not the least, education activity awards were there. Through this workshop, I wanted to appeal all of you to apply for education activity awards as well. Today, you all must have received the IEEE notice as well for IEEE education activity, Eab Awards as well, sent by past President Stephen. Coming to 2020 call for proposals, the summary, if I can give you, again 5 projects are there, but in each project there are many opportunities through which you can apply. Well, let me tell you the objectives. The IEEE Region 10 educational activities would provide all the assistance in creating awareness for Eab amongst all resources which Eab is offering amongst all the Region 10 sections for learners, educators, students, and policymakers to be voice of professionals and to make the available resources in local languages. The first project is again introduction of education activity chair in more and more section. 3 workshops by ESE. The first workshop is today, orientation workshop about project opening, project review, report submission. It is going to be in between to guide all the volunteers who have taken up the grants. Sharing the best practices is going to be face-to-face. That is going to be sometime in May. We have a little early, although every section has change of leadership as well, but still, since the education semester is very small, and by April or May we have semester break, we thought of let's take this opportunity so that when students are in the campus and the teaching learning is going on, let's open these projects. The orientation through STEM again would have 8 workshops on TryEngineering, and the society is going to support by the supporting features I have explained in the successive slides. Second project is again going to be on reaching local. Third is going to be capacity building workshop, but through collaboration. And again, fourth project is new innovation and then education activity award. This is our first project, IEEE Region 10 TryEngineering and STEM and Societal Activities in Region 10 sections. For 10 workshops, we are going to support each one with matching grant of 150 USD from your section and parents. Many times there were queries if parent section is not supporting, if your branch is supporting, if your subsection is supporting, but matching grant has to be there. And I would like to take the opportunity to give the special thanks to Professor Jadeja, Treasurer of Region 10, for awarding all and extending all the supports for reimbursement. All our projects have been reimbursed till now. So the event, this is first call. So you have to conduct these workshops by the month of June 2022, but then the details will be explained by Aliza. But right now, we are going to have 10 workshops on this. Reaching local through STEM, we are focusing on technical activities as mentioned by Deepak sir. Last year, the focus was on career advancement. This year, we wanted you to organize series of talks, some societal activities. It could be robotics, it could be out of all the societies of IEEE on any technical issue. Please give us at least 1 day workshop, 4 or 5 hours talk, which will be useful for your students. It could be a complete conference, which can be in the local language. We'll be very happy to support. And this is going to be 200 USD for almost 1 day event, which will be organized on technical talk. The project 3 is on engagement activities through capacity building workshop. The rule continues that you need to collaborate. But this year we wanted to appeal you that when we are talking about 5 OUs, please go for, extending, having this collaboration across the borders, across the regions. There are many regions who would be having the best practices in educational domain. So please share theirs with them. Learn what are the policies in those countries and how we can take the advantage. Blended mode would be, we will appeal, like last year, most of the events were online. Have it some in blended mode. Hybrid mode would be always encouraged over there. 8 projects we will allow with 500 USD, so 250 USD with the matching commit, grant from again your parent OU. New education, new innovation challenge, that would be 350 USD, and we are proposing with the matching grant from 350. And the education activity awards. Please quote, don't forget to mention best EA volunteers. If some group is working, if some individual is working, please give them opportunity. Please recommend them. You may be nominee for the same. And please mention good work undertaken by your teachers, students, a particular group who is working and active. Might be we are unknown, they are working in a very so silos. So please bring them in the front. Thank you so much. And this would be the awards which will be floated by the awards chair, but the basic pro forma would be recommended by the EAC committee. With this, I would like to invite proposal to explain the proposal submission process to Dr. Aliza Ieee, the co-chair for EAC 2022. Let me take a few seconds to introduce her. Very hardworking, and I'm really blessed to have her in the team. Aliza has, she has done B Engineering and Computer and Information Engineering from International Islamic University, Malaysia. She is right now assistant professor with the same university, and she has published many papers. She is also a part of executive committee of IEEE Electronic Device Society, actively involved in STEM activities with the school students, and she has also received IEEE Region 10 New Innovation Challenge in 2020 by entitled Bringing STEM to the Life of Teachers. In 2021, she has been a first time appointed as an IEEE Region 10 educational activities, and this year she is going to be co-chair. With this, Aliza, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and Professor Deepak, Jamie, Takako, and all the representative here. So I will present on the details on how you're going to submit the proposals. So as mentioned by ma'am just now, we have 5 proposals that will be open this year. The first one is New Innovation Challenge under educational activities. The second one is a call for workshop for TryEngineering and STEM. The third one is the capacity building workshop. And the fourth one is reaching local initiative. So all the details actually already been uploaded in the website. So I will briefly explain the details. Okay, so can we go next to the next slide?
Yes, just a minute.
Okay. Okay, so last year, for those who already submit their proposal last year and has been accepted, as we know that we submit their proposal in the portal, right? But there is some changes this year, so we decide to submit all the proposal in the Google form. So the template will be the same. So you can download the template from the website. I will show you the template for all 5 proposals. And the changes for this year is the submission is not in the portal, but the submission is in the Google form. So the link is also available in the website. So some more changes for the last year proposals, only reaching local, no need endorsement. But for this year, the changes is all the proposal, the 5 call for proposal need to be endorsed by the section or council chair by signing, drop the sign in the proposals. So after all the proposals have been endorsed and the submission need to be in the Google form, and we as the committee will review all the proposals, and if it is accepted, it will be you will receive the notification through email or from the website. Okay, after the proposal have been accepted, so there is a duration of the time for all of you to conduct the event. And after the event conducted, so you need to submit the activity report and also the claim report with all the receipts, because IEEE will be reimbursed the event based on the claim or the invoice. So the claim will be reviewed and then you will get the reimbursement after the event by the end of the year. Okay. So for the next slide. Okay, so this is, can we go back, ma'am? There is a template. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this one is the snapshot from the website. So the template can be downloaded from the website. So there are 5 proposals. So 5 different proposals will have different templates. So please download it accordingly. And there is a submission link also through the Google form. So after the event has been conducted, so there is also a template on how you're going to fill the claim sheet and attach all the receipt together for the reimbursement after the event. Okay, so all this Dr. Prerna will demo to you on the website where you can get the template and how you're going to submit the proposals. Okay, for the next slide. Okay, so this is the example of the template. So for those who already received the grant last year, we are using the same template. So we just need to fill the name of the applicants, the principals, and who is the coordinator, the detail of the proposed event. So for example, the Richie local, so as mentioned by Ma'am just now, you need to be around like 4 to 5 hours. So it need to be declared clearly in the proposed event how many hours that you are going to conduct the event, such as reaching local. Okay, and the last one is for the proposed budget. So please list down all the proposed budget. So for the sum of the grant that need the matching grant from the section or the council, so it need also to be mentioned here whether your section or council support it through the matching grant. So the matching grant no need to be directly the money. It can be in terms of like the electronic kit or and equivalent to the value of the kit to be supported for the event. Okay, so we have the USD and also the local currency. So there is a maximum budget for all the grant as mentioned by Ma'am, where each proposal have different maximum proposed budget. So please take a look again what is the maximum proposed budget for each proposal, and then it can be breakdown in the proposed budget here. Okay, so after this one has been filled, okay, the most important one is the endorsement. So For your information, all the proposal for this year need endorsement from the council, section or subsection chair. So when you fill all the details, please request the endorsement from your council, section or subsection chair by dropping their signature here to show that they are support for the event. So after all this have been filled, convert this to the PDF, and then you just need to submit to this link, bit.ly/submit proposal R10 EAC 2022. So this link is also available in the website. This is why it's the difference between last year. So you no need to go to the portal. So directly go to the Google form, use email and then drop your proposal here. So the snapshot of the Google form is here. And the next slide, okay, so the detail is from the email name. So the most important one is the membership number. What is your section? So in this section, I already list all the section under R10 in case your section is not available here. So you can just drop email to us, okay? And your position in IEEE. So which proposal that you're going to apply for. So you can, if you, let's say you want to apply more than one proposal like Innovation Challenge and Reaching Local, you can still fill this form twice. So, and also fill the council chair name and also their email who endorse your proposal. So is your proposal has been endorsed, so this need to be answered. So please make sure that your proposal has been endorsed before you upload your proposal in PDF to this Google form. And then just need to submit, and we from R10 will review all your proposals and will notify the project leader with the decision by email and also through the website. So it is encouraged for you to frequently check our website for the status update in case you didn't receive the email, okay? But we will communicate both. So after your proposal has been accepted, so IEEE is based on the reimbursement claim, means you need to conduct your event first and then submit the claim to us according to the approved budget. So the report template can be found in same website, our website. So what need to be submit after the completion of the program is the first one is the activity report in PowerPoint, okay? The expense report, how much that you have spent for this event, and all the detailed receipt or invoice in a PDF file. So all these three need to be submitted as a proof that you have conducted the event. And then once we have reviewed all the activity report in PowerPoint, the expense report and the receipts match with the approved budget, so we will reimburse your claim through the section or council. So all need to be submitted before 1st November 2022 before you can get the money back, okay? So where you can find the claim sheet, so again at the same template, so we will, if let's say there is a changes on the template, we will inform you accordingly, okay? So I think that's all, ma'am, from me. I'll pass to you back.
Thank you so much, Eliza, for your explaining all the project submission process. And with this, a small memento to you, and we'll like to have a face-to-face meeting soon, wherein we all can do the brainstorming and bring more and more proposals and do the discussion. Next comes to the another important volunteer who have joined us to strengthen the EAC activities, Dr. Prerna Gaur. Let me take few seconds to introduce her. So Dr. Prerna Gaur right now is Director for East Campus, Netaji Subhash University Technology in New Delhi. She is founder for the head of the department of Instrumentation and Controls Department, Dean Alumni Affairs 2018, and many positions on her name for this institution to take this to ahead, whether it is incubation, innovation, or any other academic activity. She is well the first woman treasurer for IEEE India Council. She was treasurer for 2021 and continuing in 2022, chair for IEEE Delhi section, and executed many leadership positions and at Delhi section, Affinity group, and the PACE as well. With this, I would invite Dr. Prerna for explaining the website, because website is very friendly and all formats, everything is updated on our EA website of Region 10. So over to you, Dr. Prerna.
Thank you, Professor Preeti Bajaj. It's my pleasure to be here in this committee, and the task given to me is to explain all those 4 projects through website. It is having all the information which has been spoken so far. So I will share screen to show the website.
Yes, so we also welcome Jamie. Jamie, very good morning to you, and sorry to invite you always in these odd hours. So, and thank you for being there.
No problem. Happy to be there, and apologies for being a bit late.
So,
Yeah, just a bit late in the early morning. Thank you. Back to you, Preeti.
So continue further with the presentation about all 4 projects on the website. The website is already there, and here also it is ea.ieer10.org, and here you can see on all the tabs, and for proposal you can click on this tab, and you will find the first proposal by selecting the first one, workshop on TryEngineering and introduction, objectives, purpose have been explained by Professor Preeti Bajaj. There is eligibility shown here, Region 10 EA targets, IEEE R Council sections, subsection, student branch, society chapters, women in engineering, young professionals, and life affinity groups can apply. They are eligible to apply. Nominated must be endorsed by IEEE sections, educational activities coordinator, and the group has made an identifiable creative proposal for the R10 education activity. A member of the R10 EA committee cannot be involved with the, so it's written on the website clearly. There is evaluation criteria. You can go through this criteria for this first project, that is workshop on TryEngineering and STEM. Then after that, you will find that once the proposal gets approved, the participant OU would be supported by IEEE R10 EA with 100 USD, with matching grant of 50 USD from the section. Such workshops would be selected in 2022. So we have a lot of scope for applying, because 10 are finally under project to be approved. Terms and conditions are given. So you can see the last line I will read. The workshop need to IEEE educational activity lesson plans such as TryEngineering lesson plans that helps to support teachers on using the lesson plans or in classroom. So this very information you can see in this, and just you will find the material over here for the teachers. Then guidelines are given, and the templates which Aliza was talking about and showing through her slides are available here. So I will show later on where exactly you have to click for to get those templates. And then proposal shall contain the following information. These here on the proposal. So you have to read this website for applying for the proposal. And then submission. This year, the submission has been made very easy. You have to just follow all these 5 steps, and step 2, 4, and 5, and the submission is through Google form. So it is very easy, but before that you have to download the template and fill up all those information. Then click on this Google form, fill up what is required in this Google form, which is Aliza has, and you submit here for applying. And if you are finding some difficulty in the server is not responding, or it is closed for some reason, have still the time gap left for you to apply, you can apply directly through these 2 mails, region10 ea@gmail.com and copy preetibajaj@ieee.org. So this time it is very easy to apply. Then all winning entries are required to prepare a video infographic about the event, post social media and add the hashtag this one IEEE R10 EA workshop, IEEE R10 EA reaching locals. All the activities should be reported to IEEE STEM portal, science, technology, engineering. It is recommended to provide the translation in local language for the short video posted in the social media. All our council section, subsection are required to submit a final report and submit claims for reimbursement. So when you are submitting a report, this claim for reimbursement is mandatory, because otherwise you will not get reimbursement, whatever done expenses for this workshop. So last is given early first to you have to see the website for this proposal. If for any query, you can again write to the same mails which were there for submission in order when you face some difficulty. So these are important dates for applying for this first proposal. And similar, you can go to the next proposal, reaching local initiative, and you will see that this page changes to reaching local initiatives. So objectives were explained very well by Preeti Bajaj ma'am, and you can read it here also. Supports from IEEE R10 will be provided. Funding for digital tools, translation, other related work, and you will get $200 for 8 hours technical workshop. Then submission guide and a Google form is there, but you have to download this template and fill up the all requirements, then put it on the Google form. And if you find difficult, again the same email addresses are given. You can submit also. And reporting requirements are similar, but you have to read it carefully how to report it. And similar important dates can be seen here. Similar deadlines are here also. And go for third proposal, just click the same thing, and you will find third proposal, capacity workshop. This one, it shows eligibility, all IEEE Region 10 Council section, subsection, society, chapter, women in engineering, young professional, life and student branch can apply. So all apply. And then there is a evaluation criteria, funds $250 for 8 projects. So all information is written here, and this is the similar information which was given for the previous 2 projects. So similar submission link is different, maybe different, but steps are there, and there are 2 email addresses in order to if you difficulty, you will submit a proposal through these 2 email addresses, and if you find some difficulty to understand the proposal, you can write to these 2 addresses. Again, all projects award entries are required to prepare a short video. You can have to read all these 4 things. Award council section, subsection are required to submit a final report and claims for reimbursement. So this is the complete thing. You have to apply reading this website and accordingly follow all the steps. Finally, after this activity, you have to submit the report and the claim for your reimbursement through your bills. So that is must, and important dates, similar important dates. Then comes the new innovative challenge. So actually this will be very helpful to the entities, and is very actually elaborated work you can find on the website for applying all these proposals. So here, in addition to all whatever in the previous 3 projects, you can find essential information, and very the 7th point is that the examples are given. It should be noted there are wealth of resources in the IEEE environment survey spectrum of community, and propose and encourage to utilize them as much as possible. These are resources, so you have to utilize all these resources from point 1 to point 7. Just click them. Enormous resources available to benefit you personally, to your entity. And again, reimbursement and submission criteria are similar. Information is also similar, and this is given by submission and winnings. And then the date also, you can see the dates are the 4th projects also. After that, I would like to inform that for all projects there are templates which Aliza shown to you. The screenshot of this slide. So you can click templates, permission link separately given, and proposal, any proposal template can be downloaded, then submit through this submit. And post event, you have to claim as the claim sheet template here. So all information is available on the websites. Not to go anywhere for any understanding. You can just read here. You can contact on 2 emails which are given there on the web. So thank you so much for this whatever I have shown, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prerna, for presenting and explaining website nicely. So although we stay just 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers apart, so right now, since it is online, so eMemento, kindly accept this small eMemento on behalf of the committee. Thank you for your volunteerism.
Thank you.
It's always pleasure to work with you.
So it is, thank you, madam. Now it is the turn me to introduce Jamie Mosh, and he will introducing education activity products. He is the director, educational activities in IEEE, successful leader with a consistent track record of developing operational excellence, marketing and product management teams, hands-on ability to customer impacting business processes through the use of Six Sigma, improvement tools, and a proven track record for using sound business principles to manage complex projects on time, on budget, with external results, and cross-functional team builder able to collaborate easily across multidisciplinary functions at all levels while effectively developing direct staff. A specialist, he is the specialist of business metrics, planning, sales and marketing operations, call center management, sales force automation, interactive sales and marketing, Six Sigma tools and techniques, dashboard development, and so many things. Over to you, Jamie.
Thank you, Farina. I just want to confirm, is my audio working? My microphone?
Yes, you are
Perfect.
audible. You are audible,
Wonderful.
Jamie.
My
Yes.
second question, I know I sent my slides to you this morning, Region 10 time. Are they included, or will I be sharing my slides?
Yeah, I'll be sharing your slides. Just
Perfect. Thank you so much, Preeti. And good afternoon to everyone. As Deepak and Preeti said, maybe someday we'll get together in person. It'll be great to see everyone in person again. Thank you all for what you do for educational activities around Region 10. You are an inspiration to the rest of IEEE Region 10, Region 9. You guys do so much in the space of educational activities. It's absolutely wonderful. I'll share. I mean, you guys have seen some of the numbers that you did for the year when Eliza talked about your grants program and things. It's phenomenal. So yes, I'm Jamie Mesh. Someone saw my LinkedIn profile, which I realized I haven't updated in a while. I have been with the IEEE about 14 years now. I started in membership, and now my job is to make our educational activities more impactful around the world. If you remember one thing from my slides today, remember my first slide, which is my email address. If I can help you in any way, don't feel like you can't reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help any IEEE volunteer. You are the secret sauce of our impact on the world, and my job and our team's job at the staff in Piscataway is to help you guys be successful. So feel free to reach out to me if I can ever be of service. Next slide, Preeti. So these are the IEEE goals. Just hit it one more time, Preeti. And what I really want to call out here is the middle there, where they want IEEE to be a trusted source of educational service and resources for lifelong learning. This is a big deal. Back a few years ago, one of the things that IEEE did with their goals is they surveyed members and used members to drive our 5-year strategic goals. And education is very important to our members, as is things like building communities, which is what you do in Region 10 every day. Next slide. I think that, yep, yeah, just hit a few more buttons. I have a few more animations than I'm used to. Okay. So what is educational activities? One thing that's really important is educational activities is a fairly small part of IEEE, but education happens across so much of IEEE. And so our job as educational activities is to support and to drive education through standards, which is SA, TA, technical activities, publications, MGA, which is like the regions and sections, IEEE USA. But educational activities, our job is to support and coordinate and cooperate across the organization, because we can expand our impact in education in a big way. You will be talking about Education Week shortly, and Education Week is in early April. What do we do in educational activities? I think you know, obviously we do pre-university activities. You've heard the word TryEngineering so many times in just this presentation today. What you do in Region 10 is so inspiring in the pre-university outreach and all the STEM outreach activities. We also do university activities, and then continuing education with courses from the IEEE Learning Network and things like that. Next slide. So when it comes to pre-university education, this is just last year. So here we are in the middle of a pandemic. The world is really not open, but we launched the STEM portal. So it's a whole section in TryEngineering.org focused on our volunteers. We know that ultimately, if IEEE is going to make a difference in the world, in the young, children's space, getting inspired in engineering and technology, it's going to happen through our volunteers. And so we dedicated an entire section of TryEngineering.org just to make anyone who's interested as an IEEE volunteer make their lives easier when it comes to doing STEM outreach. And one of the really neatest things that I believe we have now, we never really used to know what happened. We knew we had TIS programs happening. We knew we had TryEngineering events, but we never really had any idea of our scope. And even during the pandemic, you can see we reached out, and this is just only about a half a year's events reported. We impacted 18,000 students, and people reported events from 35 countries, every region of the world. Obviously, Region 10, extremely well represented. We've got a grants program. There's actually a call for the grants open right now. You guys have a Region 10 grants program. There's an even larger grants program happening in TryEngineering.org in the volunteer STEM portal. Last year, we also launched the STEM Summit. Many of you in Region 10 attended the STEM Summit, talking about how to do volunteering and outreach in your community. And something new that we offered, those of you who are involved with societies, we started TryEngineering Tuesdays. So it's a way that we highlight a technical topic with a society for teachers and for volunteers. We highlight a speaker. If you are involved in a technical society and would be interested in participating in a TryEngineering Tuesday, we'll coordinate that and make that happen. And it's a way that IEEE societies can get more involved in STEM outreach. Next slide. As I mentioned, the grants are open right now. So you can get grants, I believe it's up to $2,000 US for grant and outreach programs in your community to do STEM outreach. A lot of the links are on this page. The slide will be there later. Next slide. I mentioned this last year, and we are making an enormous amount of progress. Those of you who are able, if you are willing to help us translate, we use Google Translate to translate TryEngineering in your local language. And all of the lesson plans are now in HTML. And so if anyone is interested, or if you know students who might be willing to do this as a project, we could use help translating TryEngineering.org into more languages. There's 108 languages available. The version of Google Translate we have allows us to edit their translate. We know that the first version of Google Translate is never quite good enough, but with our volunteers around the world, we can improve upon that translation. So if you know or are interested in having a team help to do that, we can certainly facilitate that. It makes us more relevant to students and teachers around the world. So please reach out to Donna or myself if you know or are interested in the translation activity. Next slide. EPICS and IEEE, I know many of you know this program. This is a program where you can receive grants up to $10,000 US. Students who in their community, so students at your university, can receive a grant up to $10,000 US to do a project to improve their community. So they get the ability to essentially apply community service in their learning. EPIC stands for Engineering Projects in Community Service. And so students receive money to go and apply what they're learning in school to make their community better. And there's been over 100 projects funded by EPICS and IEEE. EPICS has its own website. It's epics.ieee.org. Check it out. And if you have students in your area that might be interested, please let them know. We're more than happy to fund activities. We have a committee that's waiting for new projects right now. There actually is a large grant program happening right now in EPICS and IEEE also. Next slide. Eta Kappa Nu. We know Eta Kappa Nu is growing in Region 10. We have a number of chapters throughout Region 10. Eta Kappa Nu is the honor society of IEEE, and it allows you to recognize the top grade earners and in universities, get them together in a similar to a student branch, but it's a community where you're required to do community service. So it's the top of the class of these schools and universities are able to receive Eta Kappa Nu membership and participate in Eta Kappa Nu. But one of the most important things that Eta Kappa Nu does is they force their student member, not force, but there's a function that their student members have to do community service to be a member of Eta Kappa Nu. I should say IEEE Eta Kappa Nu. And last year, I'm sorry, in 2020, we did 45,000 hours of community service. And that again was during the pandemic. You could think about having Eta Kappa Nu in your community. We launched the Teaching Excellence Hub. So those of you who are university teachers, teaching.ieee.org is a new hub focused on best practices for teachers. And this was launched in early last year. There's blog posts, activities, topics, events you can get involved in. But we know we have so many university teachers at IEEE. We wanted to provide a resource for them. And there's a steering committee led by university administrators and teachers for that site. So for those of you in the teaching space, especially at the university level, teaching.ieee.org is your new home. Next slide. We do digital badging. So those of you who do continuing education outreach for your members in your community, you can offer them digital badges and certificates of completion. If your country finds CEUs or professional development hours relevant, those can be issued also, and we could administer those. So if you're having a local workshop and wish to offer certificates and have them logged by IEEE or digital badges, you can reach out through IEEE.org education and click on certificates. I believe it may say credentials now, and learn more about this program. Next slide. The slide's not turning over for me right now. Oh, great. The IEEE Learning Network. I think by now many of you know that the IEEE Learning Network is designed to be a hub for education across IEEE. That's iln.ieee.org. It's all trying to become all of the continuing education at IEEE in one place. My connection may be slowing down. Preeti, are other people seeing the Learning Network slide?
No, I see the certificate.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
Maybe move to the next.
Thanks, Pramod.
Prof. Preeti can go to, now it's letting me.
Great, thank you so much. And the thing about the IEEE Learning Network, it seems to go going back for certificates. Maybe jump 2 slides. Another one. Yeah, the key, you can just see this is, we have 30 different units showing content in the IEEE Learning Network. So again, members can find content from across IEEE in the continuing education space. Next slide. Innovation at Work is another website where we talk about continuing education, what's happening, what the newest things in continuing education are. So if you go to innovation@work.ieee.org, that's really our hub for continuing education. Next slide, just conscious of time here. This is exciting. This got launched as a result of Professor Toshio Fukuda, former Region 10 Vice President and former President of IEEE. We're working on this in partnership with many groups in technical activities. The first IEEE Academy on Internet of Things is available right now on the IEEE Learning Network. There's a path on communication standards and computing platforms. And in the coming months, we will have an academy on smart grid and an academy on artificial intelligence. You'll see a lot more marketing happening about the IEEE academies in about 2 months once the smart grid and AI academies are completed. But this has been very exciting. Teams of volunteers have worked to create a lot of new content in this space. And hopefully the academies go well, and you'll see them in many more topics, and we'll even be expanding the 3 academies that we have there. And so an exciting new learning opportunity and type of learning across IEEE. Next slide. The Eab Awards, a reminder, if you have people in your community that are doing amazing things in education, we do have nominations being accepted through the 3rd of May in work in accreditation, pre-university outreach, continuing education. We even honor companies that do continuing education for their employees, societies that do education, many different opportunities to learn there. And the next slide. The last, I just realized I do not have a slide. Takako and Preeti, do you have anything about Education Week in your slides yet? You do, great. I'm glad to hear it. Okay.
So we have shared, Jamie, today only with every IEEE member about IEEE Education Week.
That's great. That's coming in early April. We're so happy about that because that really is designed to really highlight so much happening in education across IEEE. And so we're so excited for that to happen. And then the last is if you want to get involved in education, we are all on social media, and feel free to get involved and weigh in the conversation on education for IEEE. That is my slides. Thank you all very much. Feel free at any time to email me. Again, we are here to support you and make you successful. And Preeti, I assume my slides will get included in what gets posted from the event afterward, correct? So if people need my email address, they'll be in there afterward.
Thank you so much, Jamie, as usual, for showing all the IEEE education activity products and explaining everyone that it's not about only holding some workshops, but then there is a lot of scope in education activities, which each one of us can do. So although IEEE has opened up travel now, and we have mini series next month probably, but still a small memento for this online workshop. Thank you so much for joining us, and especially in odd hours and early morning. Thank you so much. The next speaker of the day is going to be to share the success stories in reaching local initiatives by Takako-sen, IEEE Education Activity, one of our strong pillar and who has organized this workshop today. Let me take a few seconds to introduce Dr. Takako, who is Vice President, Chiba University of Commerce. She is also IEEE Japan Council Chair, Professor of Chiba University of Commerce, Director of Institute of Economic Research, Chiba University of Commerce, and many, many accomplishments. She was Secretary for IEEE Region 10 for 1920. She was Chair for IEEE MGA Membership Recruitment and Recovery Committee, and has played many leadership roles for IEEE, for WIE and MGA, and many, many positions as well. So with this, welcome to Dr. Takako, and Takako-san, over to you, please. I'll stop sharing so that you can share your slide.
Okay, thank you so much, Preeti, for your kind introduction. Okay, let me share now my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Oh,
yes, yes.
This one, okay? Okay, yes. So Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this great opportunity to introduce the best practices or success story of the Reaching Locals initiative. Today, I would like to introduce the best practices in Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and India. Okay. So let me start with the history of Reaching Locals initiative. So actually, the COVID-19 pandemic was a kind of trigger of this initiative. So there, in 2020, so almost May, so Toshio Fukuda, at that time he was president of IEEE. He started to this. He decided to start the Reaching Locals initiative because we could not organize the conferences in person, and also IEEE had a lot of the resources for the educational activities, and also some countries had kind of language barrier, and to overcome the language barrier, he thought that the activities in local languages is very important. And under his leadership, a lot of leaders in IEEE like this, Akinori Nishihara and Deepak Maso and Stefan Phillips and Jamie and Preeti and Lance. So these leaders worked together to promote the Reaching Local initiatives. Okay. And in Japan, so actually Professor Toshio Fukuda's country, so we had started the Engineer Spotlight. Engineer Spotlight is a kind of the webinar by the popular engineers. And actually this activities were led by Mayumi Suzuki, Japan Council Educational Activity Coordinator. She led this project, and we already, Japan Council, so far conducted 23 webinars, actually more than once a month, and their target attendees are quite broad, from elementary students to retired people. And topics were also very, very broad, so from technical to career development. And the average of attendees is more than 100 participants each time, a quite popular webinar. And we are also providing the on-demand streaming for some contents. And of course, the collaboration with the chapter tech section and also the society and TryEngineering program and IEEE Day and so on is really important. And we are promoting this collaboration with other units. And these are actually popular topics in Engineer Spotlight in Japan. And actually, the technical topics are really popular, such as IEEE and the internet. This is the first Engineer Spotlight program, and held by the Akinori Nishihara, Region 10 Director, and also about 5G and robotics, and also information compression, and also again robots and world and me. So this is a lecture by Toshio Fukuda, IEEE past president, as you know, and also international standards and Kansei sensing, and again robotics. So these technical webinars are really popular, and we could get a lot of their attendees like this. And of course, we are organizing more webinars, and they are really interesting and very attractive. And these are flyers of the Engineer Spotlight programs, so webinars. And let me share the website of the Engineer Spotlight like this. So, and we have a lot of the programs, so like on this website, and people can watch the on-demand streaming like from this website. Okay. Sure. And next, I would like to introduce the best practices in Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is also very, very good player for reaching locals initiatives. And in 2021, last year, Hong Kong organized online training of artificial intelligence for teaching and learning as part of leading local initiatives. And actually, this was a really attractive online training and could collect the over 1,000 registrants. And these are so many any kind of the images of their activities, and we could see that they were organizing very lively event like this. And also their best practices in Malaysia. So Malaysia is also really good, really active for reaching local initiatives, and they could get a lot of funds for reaching local initiative from Region 10 ESC. And they organize Let's Code with Microbit event and Let's Play Robot with TryEngineering, and enriching orphans through curiosity with graphite. So these are really interesting events, and they are so active on reaching local project. And these are images, so their event. Also, so many young generations attendees joining, and they could kind of competition, and they could have a really good award for this event. Yeah, kind of that like this. So these are very, very important attractive event. And also India. So India also very, very active, and they organize really many events on a reaching locals project initiative. And in the India Council, so they organize awareness webinars and also workshop on the Arduino Blink Challenge. So these events are really kind of very part of their activities, but look so nice and look so successful in India Council. And also Pune, the best practices in Pune. So Pune section organized their really good event for young generations. Actually, so they outreach school students over 15,000 from their 290 schools. And especially they could lead the rural people. So about 10,000 rural people. It is very nice to promote the pleasure of engineering. Okay. So I introduced part of the reaching locals best practices, and I really believe that the reaching local initiatives provide the good benefits to us. Number one is outreach. Number two, IEEE presence enhancement. Number three, engage IEEE members. So as for outreach, so actually some countries, some people have their language barrier actually for learning their engineering, and by overcoming language barriers, so we could reach out to diverse people such as young generations, including elementary, middle, and high school students, and IEEE, well, non-IEEE members as well. So this is very important activities, and we could outreach diverse people. This is a really good benefit from reaching local initiative. And another one is IEEE presence enhancement. So by providing the materials, content in local languages, we can increase the presence of IEEE in local communities. This is also very important, so we can show our value, IEEE value to people more. And the last one is IEEE members engagement. So actually reaching locals initiative increases members' motivation for educational activities. So for feeling that we are contributing to the society, we can feel. And especially in Japan, the Reaching Locals project have enhanced the cooperation of education activities in all the sections. So by Reaching Local project, our network getting more stronger, tighter. So this is a really important benefit for IEEE activities. Okay, this is the last slide. I want to allow me to the recent activities in Japan. This is also Reaching Locals activity. So IEEE Japan Council held a manga plot contest for IEEE student members. And actually 3 works were selected and published as mangas like this. And we published these manga, both Japanese and English versions. And these are kind of engineering comics, engineering manga, and for their kind of the career development. Also, they can learn this very basic the pleasure of engineering. So if you like, we are now releasing these 3 mangas for free, and you can access these mangas by filling the requirement information, but not so many much information. But please access this URL. I will post this URL in the chat box later. So, and this is also the part of the Reaching Local initiatives, we think. Okay, so thank you so much, and looking forward to working together, all of you, to encourage, empower the members, IEEE members and non-members in society this year. Again, thank you.
Thank you so much, Takako-sen, for wonderful presentation and sharing the good practices on how to take up reaching local initiatives. I'm sure with your guidance, we are also going to get in more and more activities this year for reaching local, not only limited to few sections, but every event is going to be bilanguage and in their local language, and other resources as well, which will create the good resources for Region 10 and for everyone as well. So with this, I would like to present small memento again to Dr. Takako-sen. And I'm sure this would be last from our side for online, and next event for EAC is going to be offline, wherein we will be meeting physically.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
So next is one of our youngest volunteer of EAC committee who has joined, and life is roller coaster. We worked together long time back, and we are again in some of the committees. So Prachi, welcome to EAC, and she has worked, and probably she has forgotten to design memento and slide for herself. So Prachi, over to you for giving some small information about the Reaching Local YouTube channel. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Greetings from Prachi. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Very good insight is given by the Takako, and just our channel is witness to that.
So Prachi, Prachi, your slides have to be shared.
Screen is not able to share.
Okay, so Aliza, please allow her to share.
Oh, okay. 1 minute. Okay, done. Prachi, you can try to share again.
Yes. So this is our channel, IEEE R10 Reaching Locals. I have posted its link in the chat box. I request to all of you, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. This channel is the witness to all the activities which we have conducted earlier in the last year, 2021. So total 27 activities are posted here, which were conducted in local languages, different local languages. You can check all the activities are posted here. And this year also we are continuing with the same feature. All activities of 2022 we are going to post in the channel. So these are all the activities. So this channel is the witness to all the past activities which were conducted in 2021. So thanks to all of you, and I request once again to all of you that please like, share and subscribe our channel, and the next time continue with our channel with your activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Prachi. Many thanks for your presentation, for your support, and thank you. You have to stop sharing. So although I don't have memento for yourself, but then thank you so much, and I'm sure you will be continuing to work for education activities. And again, the small memento for Dr. Lalita, who has worked and extended her volunteerism right from the beginning of this workshop to the end of this workshop. And she has shared one link. Please don't forget to give us the feedback for this workshop, that what else we can do, where we are lacking, how we can support the educational activities in Region 10. So with this, I would like to invite Takako-sen for her concluding remarks. So, Takako-sen, over to you for concluding remarks so that we can close this workshop.
Thank you so much.
And we can invite, after your concluding remarks, if there are any queries from participants for 5 minutes.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for joining today. Actually, today's kickoff workshop is very important for Region 10 educational activities. And we could learn a lot from all the presentations, and to promote, accelerate the educational activities in Region 10 this year. So under the leadership of our Region 10 Director, Deepak Mathur, and also, of course, our Educational Activity Committee Chair, Dr. Preeti. So their leadership is really great, and we can work together with them to promote the Region 10 activity, Region educational activities. And I'm sure that our team can achieve great success again this year to contribute to society. So let's work together to make a change to the better world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Takako-sen. So now it is, I request everyone to open your videos for a small picture so that we can have, thank you, Deepak sir. So, thank you, Jami. So Pradeep, are you ready for first picture? So this is first screen. Lalita, please switch on your video. And yes, thank you, Mayumi. Lalita, you have to switch on, and Mayank as well. So Pradeep, done? No, so first screen you can take, now second screen. So taken both the screens. Okay, thank you so much, team. Thank you for your great support. Deepak sir, thank you so much. Jami, thank you once again. Look forward to meet you. Asthana Saab, Jadeja Saab, and all the team members of EAC. Thank you, Rajeshri.
So much, ma'am. Thank you.
And any queries, any request, you are most welcome to ask some questions right now or might be through email. And we expect great, good proposals to come from sections. Lance, thank you so much. Professor Van, I'm sure this year also you will organize the great activities. Luin, your Hong Kong section has done many activities this year. I'm sure you will organize so many activities in 2022 as well. Mayumi, great support from Japan Council, and I'm sure this year all pending proposals will be done. And many proposals you got in last year, I'm sure this year as well. And Hyderabad section, many proposals were there, Lalita, last year, 5 or 6, I guess, and will continue. Devraj sir, from India Council, you got in 3 proposals, I guess. So Delhi section as well. So Dr. Prerna has to play now greater role. She has circulated through e-notice, so we could get in many participants today. Thank you one and all. So any queries, please type your question, or you can say, you can ask the queries as well. Yanping, thank you, and look forward to have a joint workshop at along with the Beijing section. Last year, the event was great. So there are no questions. So let's say bye-bye. And EAC committee, I would request all of you to be there for a while so that you can enjoy your party. So thank you and bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
So enjoy your pizza party, EAC, and thank you so much, dear team, for support. Thank you. Bye-bye. Aliza, thank you. Great
Thank you,
support.
ma'am.
How you are
Yeah.
managing so much.
Yeah,
And
very
Okay,
successful.
it's already
Yeah.
4 months.
Prerna, great. You have gone through complete website. You understood us in a
Yeah,
short
very
time. Thank
Nice.
you.
Yeah, very
Yes, very
informative.
detailed.
Nice.
Prerna.
It's all your teachings to
Yeah.
us.
So now everyone, please enjoy your pizza and bill it to me.